Well, we're getting halfway through after this weekend, and there's been a lot of games in a lot of days. The first 9 games, I think, were in 16 days, so everybody's been going through a grind, and we finish up the first half, and then we kind of get on a normal schedule. But we've had our ups and downs. We've had good games and some tough games, and we've just got to focus on what we do and try to play good defense and try to get some stuff off of our defense so that we can, take advantage of possessions, and so that's what our focus is on.
Thank you very much, Coach. Our first questions come from Whitney Hayworth. Whitney, please go ahead.
Coach, good morning. How are you?
Good, thank you.
When you look at your roster, obviously a standout player for you guys is Devontae Jones. What has been his biggest improvement or growth from his freshman year into this sophomore campaign?
Well, I think just going through getting the experience of what the league demands, he's always had the game. He's really had to fight through injuries. He's missed games with a broken foot for 2 years in a row, one the left and the other one the right, and it cost him some games, but he's managed to just bounce back. And like I said, he can, on offense, he scores at all 3 levels. He's a very good defender. He's our point guard. He's our leader, and he just gets better with time.
And you mentioned in your opening statement a little bit about the competition of the league and your schedule, and you're not the only coach that has talked about that today, and the fact that you win one here, but then you lose one, you win 2,
right.
You lose another. What is the main key in this league to be able to string together consistent wins and maybe 3 to 4 wins at a time?
Well, I think there's a lot of parity, and it's tough. You got to bring it every night, because anybody, I think, there's only 2 teams we haven't played, but in the games that I've seen, there's not anybody that can't beat anybody on a given night. And if you don't bring your game, your A game, you're going to get beat. And you have to play the best that you possibly can, because it is a very there's a lot of parity in this league, and to put it together, the thing is you're not going to shoot the ball well every night. I mean, that's just not going to happen. And those nights that's not going well, your defense has got to try to find a way to help you win.
And last one for me this week is obviously Coaches versus Cancer, a initiative that the Sun Belt Conference has taken on to do each and every year. What does it mean to have Sun Belt schools and teams participate in this initiative and bring more awareness to cancer? Well,
I've been on board with this thing ever since Jim Valvano, who was, when I was coaching at Clemson, he was at NC State. We became very good friends, and in those early days in which we were getting Coaches versus Cancer together, we in the ACC helped form and give Jimmy the support and his family the support to get this going, and then ESPN jumped on, and that was the big thing when that happened. And now everybody across the nation now, that's been going on for 25 years, I want to say, something like that, close to, that this has been going on. And when you look at what Coaches versus Cancer has done for the world, it has really made a difference, because Coaches versus Cancer has helped raise, I don't know how many millions and millions of dollars, but it started with Jimmy Valvano, who was a basketball coach who died and lost his life to cancer. And there's not anybody that's a coach, family member, or person that's not going to be touched by cancer. And Jimmy would say that it's going to affect somewhere in your life, affect somebody, and you have to be aware that there's so much to be done. And there has been so much that has been done. I mean, we're doing things now with cancer that we didn't know 25 years ago we could do. So, it used to be the C word was a death sentence. That's not true anymore. There's treatment, there is research, there's doctors, there's medication, there's all kind of things that are available now that wasn't there 25 years ago when this started. So you got to give all the schools, the coaches, and going back through Jimmy Valvano that carry on today, a lot of appreciation and credit for what's happening in our world today in fighting cancer.